You think falling home prices make young people happier? Japan has a brutal answer. Home prices crashed and stayed depressed for decades, and the young still couldn't afford a future. The irony is almost cruel. What swallowed Japan wasn't war or disaster, but a national religion. Land never goes down. Imagine Tokyo as a slot machine that's gone off the rails, money spraying everywhere, credit swelling like a balloon, banks cheering, just lend a little more, developers popping champagne, stocks screaming upward, ordinary people stuffing their entire lives into a 30-year mortgage. Like not buying property was betrayal. And then one day, the machine stops. Not slowly, not gracefully, just click, jammed. The official story is neat. The bubble burst in the late 80s. Japan tried to reform, then got hit by aging demographics and global competition. So growth naturally slowed. Hence the lost decades. Sounds reasonable. But here's the problem. Why did other countries bleed for a few years, while Japan bled for 30? If it were just bad luck, that bad luck was unbelievably precise and unbelievably persistent. The truth usually isn't the economy was weak. It's that the system was built to prevent a quick recovery. Do you really believe 30 years of stagnation can be explained by, oops, unlucky? Here's the dirty secret. This wasn't just a market losing its mind. It was a hallucination fed by government, banks, and corporations, all benefiting together. Banks treated lending like achievement. Companies treated land like an ATM. Prices rise implies collateral looks. Stronger implies borrow. More implies buy more land. Implies prices rise again. And when the bubble started wobbling, the cure should have been simple. Admit losses and clear them fast. But who would that hurt? Bank balance sheets, political donors, corporate pride. So Japan performed its signature magic trick. Hide the bad loans, delay the losses, stretch the pain into a chronic disease. It doesn't let you die. It doesn't let you live. And here's what's worse. When you sweep rot under the rug becomes part of the house. The aftermath is a chain reaction so absurd it's chilling. Businesses don't invest because margins are thin. Households don't spend because wages don't rise. Young people don't marry or have kids because the future looks like fog. Prices start drifting down, and deflation coils around the economy like a cold snake. The longer you wait, the cheaper things get. The cheaper they get, the more you delay buying. The more you delay, the less companies raise wages. Meanwhile, the firms that should have died get kept on life support, locking resources into low productivity. That's the zombie economy. Alive, but not growing. Moving, but without hope. You think a bubble burst punishes greed. In reality, it punishes an entire society's time. The peak of the disaster wasn't a single day of collapse. It was every year after it. You wake up and the world still exists, but the heat is gone. Tokyo still glows, but it's just inertia shining. A generation mortgages its youth to a property myth and gets back a polite notice. Sorry, growth has been canceled. Don't treat this like a history lesson, because Japan's lost decades are shaping your bill today, just in a different costume. Japan pushed rates toward zero and printed money to the limit, and in doing so, it taught the world something uncomfortable. When growth won't come back, policy shifts from fix it to don't let it break. That leads to two things. First, assets get more expensive. If money can't find real growth, it chases houses and stocks, raising the entry barrier. Second, ordinary people become more cautious. You start treating stability as the only goal. Spend less, Avoid mistakes. Don't take risks. It sounds mature. It's also a survival reflex trained by long stagnation. You think you chose this lifestyle, when in reality, the economic structure quietly rewired your courage. So here's the punchline. Japan wasn't defeated by housing prices. It was domesticated by them. When a society worships land, the future becomes collateral. Next episode, we go sharper. If this property myth repeats somewhere else, who wakes up first and who pays last? Don't blink.